Hello, welcome to Corona Diaries. Today is going to be the first Corona Crafts. Today I chose to do a painting. I'm using the Pinelli oil paints. That was my reference image. I'm going to make an abstract version, and there it is. Look at that, final masterpiece. Next, I decided to bake something. I'm baking the Meyer Lemon Crusties Easy Peasy Lemon Bars. You'll need a 1/3 cup of water, 3 eggs, 2 tablespoons of butter melted, and you preheat your oven to 350 degrees. First, you whisk together your water, eggs, and the Meyer lemon filling after you spray down your pan, as you see I am doing here. I had to wipe it down a little bit because, I used a little too much vegetable oil spray. Just a little. It was a little unnecessary, so I had to wipe that pan down once more. This is me cracking an egg. I know, so exciting. I think that's just great. Great content right there. So you whisk together the filling, the egg, and the water, and you'll set that aside after you're done whisking. Yes, I'm whisking with a fork. My whisk broke. Next, you mix together the melted butter and the crust until a crumbly dough forms. This dough you're going to press into the bottom of the pan to make the crust of your lemon bars, which is very, very important. And remember, after using any egg product, you gotta wash your hands. Use that Bath & Body Works soap and scrub-a-dub-dub. Here you see me pressing the final crust into the pan, and then you're going to put that into the oven for 12 to 14 minutes so it can harden and make a good old crust that will support your lemony filling eventually. And the crust is done. I know, that was a quick 12 to 14 minutes, but you want it to look kind of light, flaky, and fluffy, as you see. And next, you're going to pour that lemon filling on top of that good old crust. Put it into the oven for 24 to 26 minutes, and look at that. Boom, done. Lemon bars. Third, I'm going to be making an anklet. I'm using the 7mm Stretch Magic string and Color Gallery moon shell, like puka shell things, agate beads that are like cracked on the outside, and then ones that are in a gradient. And so I'm going to do a pattern for my beading, and it's going to be a light kind of crackly guy, and then a darker one in the middle, and then a just darker version of the orange, and then 4 puka shells right after that. You see me trying to struggle to get my beads off. I know, so hard to unbead a string, but I'm really having a hard time doing that today. I think it's okay. Making anklets sometimes is a representation of what it's like to be in quarantine. It's hard to survive and not go insane when you're trying to pull apart the beads of your thoughts, if you will. And anyhow, I'm laughing at myself, I'm sorry. Anyhow, you're going to put the beads on in that order. That's my first one done. And then, finally, after you put on your first little loop, would you call it a loop? Isn't it called a hinge ring? I don't know, guys. I just bought it from Hobby Lobby, and I think I'm cool that I even make anklets. So, go to your local craft store, or don't, because now you can't order beads online from Amazon and then make your box sit outside for 24 hours, and then you can make anklets using your jump rings. I remember what they're called. Your jump rings and your agate beads, because I know all of you want to make an agate anklet. here I am trying to put on the puka shells. Those are definitely the hardest bead to put on the string because, you know, they're a little thick and the holes in the center are very small, even for 7mm string. Like it's rough. And there's my anklet halfway done. I'll keep going on the pattern. You got to be persistent. That's also another parallel you see with making an anklet and living in quarantine. You have to remember that you have to stay inside, even if you want to go out and go to your local Bath and Body Works or to school or to a football game or a March Madness playoff game. You cannot. They're all canceled. So you must stay inside and go to the park. For goodness sakes, go outside. At least to the park. That's your only outside adventure, so you gotta do it. So, after I finished beading, I tied off a little knot at the last bead just to make it extra strong. And then I'm putting on another jump ring so it can attach to the clasp, because the clasp itself has a ring, but I wanted to make it a little sturdier. There you see the final product, new anklet for me. Thank you for watching. Please wash your hands.